Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and this is the first of a new series, Garibay Comic Books. And I wanted to, so when I'm doing these YouTube videos, I'm trying to do a couple things. One, I'm trying to do things we can learn from, things that are valuable. So hopefully that's what I'm trying to instill in my videos, or something that I want to see, right? And so I do think comic books are valuable. They're part of reading, right? So reading comic books is valuable. Playing comic book video games far less. Watching comic book movies far less valuable. But the tip of the spear is reading comic books, and that's incredibly valuable. Reading is one of the best activities there is, in my opinion. It's really meant a lot to me, and it helps me to provide for my family. It's incredibly important to me, right? So, and comic books got me into reading, very much helped get me into reading, and really allow me to continue to read great content even today. So I'm a comic book fan, and when I say I'm a comic book fan, I go to comic book shops and I buy comic books. Not graphic novels, not, I actually buy real, come out once every month, American 24-page color comic books, right? And so I'm a big fan. I've been collecting since I was 11 years old. My first comic book that I ever purchased was Punisher #5, and it's pretty far back in the day, right? And I've been collecting since then. So today's video is going to be I wanted to talk about and so I'm going to make videos that I would like to see. The people I care about, the people I know. I'd love to know why you read the comic books you read and what you like about the superheroes that you read. Right? And so today I'm going to talk about Captain America. Right? So I never was a big fan of Captain America, and I never really read his books for a long time. But I've come to a new understanding of Captain America, and he has quickly become my #1 favorite Marvel superhero, right? And the reason why is I don't know why I just didn't think his powers were that cool. I just never really got him, right? And I never read him until Civil War. And Civil War came out, probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and so Civil War was pretty amazing. It was a fight between Iron Man and Captain America. And so Iron Man was saying, you know what? No more secret identities. We don't need to have secret identities. And Captain America said, having a secret identity is important, and we want to preserve this. And so the government was going to make all the superheroes give up their secret identities, or they'd be outlaws. They'd be breaking the law. And Captain America said, nope. We're going to keep our secret identities. And it was a great Marvel super event, right? A great Marvel comic book event. And I bought, I'm fortunate to own Civil War. I have all the original first edition comic books for them, and I read them, and they were fantastic. And it was really wonderful because you got this great battle between Iron Man and Captain America. And in there, they did this great thing. They really showed Captain America's superpower, which I thought, smashing guys with a shield, you have super strength. Or actually, you don't even have super strength. You're not like the Hulk. You can't really hit that hard. So you have enhanced strength, right? So enhanced strength and the ability to use a shield that well. It's like, what's that? It's kind of lame, right? So I never really understood Captain America. But in Civil War, Captain America led all these teams, right? And Iron Man was leading teams as well, and they were fighting each other, right? And there was this great scene. I'm a big fan of the Punisher, right? So he's kind of hardcore gun user, and he's kind of a dark dude, and and Frank Castle, and I read his first entire arc, all 100 comics, and I'm a big fan of Punisher, right? So Punisher is on the side of people having a secret identity, which is ironic because he doesn't wear a mask, right? But nobody really remembers Frank Castle. I think he has a secret identity. Yeah, he does, because nobody really remembers him, or what he was originally, right? And now he's just the Punisher, right? And so Punisher was on the side of the guys who were against the secret identity, right? And so he's doing his thing, and that's shooting people and beating the living, really beating people down hard, right? More than the people on the side of secret identities really wanted. He was out of hand. He was fighting too hard, being too cruel, being too violent, right? And they were saying, listen, you gotta roll this back, right? And so several of the heroes on the secret identity side were trying to curtail Punisher, and none of them could. Some Punisher's like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, man. We're all fighting on the same side, but the heck with you. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. And Captain America, and they explained this to Captain America, and Captain America said, dial it back. And that's it. It was all it took. One sentence from Captain America ended Punisher's, violent spree against the guys who wanted everybody's secret identity to go away. And so Captain America was able to control Punisher with one sentence, right? And then I realized what Captain America's superpower is. Captain America's superpower is leadership. Leadership as a superpower. I was like, holy cows! I never understood this. Right? And the way he leads is he's just admirable. Right? And then the more I thought about it, the more I totally understood Captain America. He stands for truth, justice, and the American way. Right? And he is an exemplar of all that's good about our country. Right? Liberty and freedom embodied in a man, strength and agility and adaptability. Right? And he tries to be a good man. He's always trying to be a good man. And Frank Castle respected Captain America so much that Captain America could control him with one sentence, right? And so this was, it was really subtle, and comic books aren't always subtle, and that's okay. I love, full four-color comic book action, but sometimes they spike up into truly high art, high drama, and this is one of the times. I thought Civil War was phenomenally good. I really loved that comic event. That comic event was helpful to me, too, because comics are very expensive. They are very expensive. Still to this day, they're very expensive, right? $4 a piece, that, right now, that's expensive. When I started collecting, they were 65 cents a piece, right? And so, and that is one thing that's sad, is comic books at $4 a pop, they're not for kids. Like, that's just very incredibly expensive. And so, so I think that was kind of sad. And so this is one of the reasons why I really like Captain America. And thank you.